Okay, so this video is just going to show the basic layout of AZtec. This is the software that we use to acquire most of the chemical data and some of the imaging and element map data on the SEM. So the program is called AZtec. You can access it either from the desktop or from the main menu under Oxford Instruments NanoAnalysis. We'll just go for the desktop shortcut here. Okay, and first thing we see is the welcome screen. From here we can choose certain projects that we want to open. I'm just going to select a random project from here. And now we can see the layout of the actual software. So the main menu is situated in the top left of the software. In this portion you can either switch between EBSD mode or EDS SEM. Unless you've done EBSD, you need to be in EDS SEM for all of the tasks that I'm going to describe in these videos. The second menu I want to show is located here, and when you click on it you can see that we have various different functions within that menu. Most of the time we use point and ID, sometimes map, sometimes feature. The other menu, which is always present on the AZtec screen, is this top flow chart, and you can start to run through this to see the different types of data that you have in your project. Probably the most important thing for any project that you're running is to make sure that your describe specimen portion of the software is correctly completed. So you can see in the summary tab there's some information about specimen coating. We want to make sure if we have carbon coated that we tell the software how thick the carbon coat is and the fact that it is coated. So we want to tick that the specimen is coated. We want to show that the beam calibration element is coated, and it's coated with about 15 nanometers of carbon, and we can save that to the profile. Within this tab we can also start to select some of the elements that we're interested in. This is more useful for when you're actually acquiring the data to get the correct list of elements that you're interested in before you acquire your spectra. It saves time in the long run. And from that point, as I say, you can run through the flow charts to see image data. In this case we're in the map portion of the software, so we can see map data and then to acquire map data. And then we can start to fiddle around with some of the actual elements in the construct maps part. Likewise, we may be using point and ID. It's a very similar layout, the same describe specimen page, a scan image portion, confirm elements for the spectra that you've acquired, etc. So the layout is fairly consistent between the different modes of operation.